Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. This will be my quick review, of Love and Marriage Huntsville, okay? If y'all do not know, I already reviewed Bell Collective this morning. I was up working, okay? I was up at 5 a.m., honey, doing stuff, working on stuff or whatever. So please make sure to go watch the Bell Collective review. Is already up on my channel, okay? And this is a Love and Marriage Huntsville review that will be up on my channel. I'm going to be live throughout the day. I don't know what times. As I watch stuff, I'm going to go live to review it and then be done because I don't have time to watch, review it, upload it, and all that stuff. So, because I'm behind, y'all, I'm behind. And I don't want to have to do a whole bunch of stuff tomorrow because it's a holiday. So be sure to be watching out for stuff today. Okay, we're not gonna be right here long. We're not gonna wait those 10 minutes. But thank you to those who are here right now watching live. Thank you to those who will be watching the read of the play. Okay, happy Memorial Day to everybody. Happy early holiday and everything. But let's get into what we can. And I feel like also this episode wasn't much. When I got my graphics, I was like, I only got like 7 things. It wasn't much at all. Okay, now even this Love Marriage Huntsville season 6 episode 8, I was like, y'all had like 5 scenes, literally, maybe 6. But I'm like, it was short, so I do not want to drag this out at all. Even my Bell Collective review this morning was like an hour total, and y'all know that's like nothing for me. Okay. But anyway, okay, we got Martel, one confirmed Tiffany, Tisha out here accusing Tiffany of cheating. Okay, Stormi still has beef with Mel, and can't nobody tell me different. Okay. Anyway, if y'all have not done so already, please take a moment to do what? Subscribe to my channel to become a whole JayBird, dun. Okay. Please and also please follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on ID Twitter. Y'all know to like the video, share the video, okay? Comment in the comment section. That's the thing to do. Okay, again, thank you to those who are watching live, and thank you to those who will be watching in the read of the play. Now, I'm here, okay? Real plain face in my sweatshirt. I can't see without my glasses or whatever, y'all. When I get off here, I'm going to take a quick hour nap because again, I woke up. I fell asleep last night at like 8 p.m. I woke up at 4:45 in the morning. I've been up since then. It's 2 o'clock. I want a nap. I need about an hour little nap. I have to then get into College Hill. I gotta get into. I'm gonna do Black Ink Crew and a couple other shows I can't think about, and I then have to do Housewives tonight. I might go live right after Housewives goes off. I don't know yet. It depends. On well, no, I'm gonna wait because Candy gonna be on speak on it. I want to see what she gotta say. So yes. Anyway, y'all. Again, good morning. Well, it's afternoon time now, but hey, how y'all doing? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. Hey to the people. Okay. Hi, y'all. Some of y'all who was here this morning, welcome back. Who was when I popped up this morning, okay? thank you. You know, you may not have watched the episode, but you are interested in what I got to say. Well, thank you. Thank you. If this show goes away, who would thrive and strive besides Mel? Kimmy. Kimmy. I think Kimmy is, somebody who, despite what's going on the show, she's still gonna get what she gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, Tisha as well. You know, everybody probably except Martel. I feel like, everyone has some kind of actual business they're already doing outside of the show. Not saying Martel don't have nothing going for himself, but I feel like the biggest bag Martel probably brings in right now is this show. I feel like when you already have something else going on outside of the show, if the show go away, you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? But I do think Mel has the biggest social media presence as far as her promoting her businesses. I feel like everybody else, even Kimmy, they don't post much on social media. There's not much interaction with fans or folks watching them. And Mel is smart enough to know, hey, if this show gonna be talked about, okay, cool, I'm gonna promote my business. I think that's smart. So I do feel like that's the one thing that Mel has above the others. And this day and age, social media is huge. It won't sustain you as far as, okay, as long as you're on social media, you'll make money. But you have to learn how to share yourself enough to where folks will support you or buy your product or come to your event. I think that is one thing that is very, very true. Um, Stormi released on herself when she was talking to Tiffany. She just lit up when Tiffany implied that Mel was a fan of Shrek. She did. She did. Okay, let's get into what we came to get into. The first part of it was Mel out here having a property preservation meeting, as that is one of her solo businesses. Now, I used to work. I didn't do property preservation. However, I worked for a company that hired people to do the work. So Mel teaching folks how to get these bids is really, really good. Okay. From doing either inspections of the house or doing the actual work of the house. I think she's smart in knowing that I can teach people this, which makes me money, and I am not having to go out and do this. I'm just teaching them what I know and putting them on the good foot. Okay. Property preservation is a huge business because there are a lot of banks that own houses that work has to be done on a house. And if you are a contractor, you are contracted to do this work, you're then making money. You know what I'm saying? We used to hire folk to do work, to do jobs at how, like we had to find contractors. We had a list of contractors where we would contact them to do a job, and they would bid on, okay, we have 70, homes in Alabama, and we need y'all to go and just inspect the house to see what's wrong with it, which means go out to the house, take photos of what's wrong, and then we'll pay you, $25 per house. So if you have 70 houses, let's do the math. Hey, if you are one company, okay, and we're paying $25 per house. You just go and inspect it and see and take photos of what's wrong in the house. That's $1,800. And usually all the houses are like in the same area. So you can do all that in like a day or two. So it's and that's just on an inspection. If you are doing a house that has like work to be done, like Mel would bring up how, if it has trash removal or whatever needs to be done, that's even more expensive. Okay. So what Mel is showing is really a big business that a lot of folks don't know about. I'm leaving that be. But it was cute seeing her do her thing around here. Okay. So Kimmy came by as well, her and Mel talk. Now she did introduce Mel did introduce Kimmy to dude right there in the red coat because he is an investor. He's bought a lot of houses over the years. He's bought like 400 houses or closed on 400 houses over the years. And so because Kimmy has a clothing company, okay, that's the connection right there. If she has a clothing company and she now has somebody who she knows who closes on houses, it's a client. Okay, so Mel out here making the connection. Okay, anyway, her and Kimmy been chit and chat or whatever. Kimmy, like, my main focus right now is my health. I'm really trying to get better or whatever, but I also want to get back into working because again, working for her is a stress relief. You know what I'm saying? They then discussed the tea party. Now, Kim, I enjoyed it. I have fun. I liked it. Okay. But did you feel that you and Stormi, talk things out? This thing with Mel and Stormi, I'm gonna say this: is there something going on between Mel and Stormi to where they should hash some stuff out? Yes, yes. But this is the gotcha. I feel like it's not a big issue. I really do feel like Mel just chose to move differently because she felt like Stormi was moving differently, and they are just not as close. I also feel like they never were that close. I think they were getting there. I think they were hanging around each other to get to know each other, but I don't think, in my opinion, I don't think Mel did anything wrong. And just like, I need my space from everybody because it wasn't as if she singled Stormi out. She do that with everybody, even Kimmy. You know what I'm saying? Mel is not that close to anybody on the show. I think we know that. I think when they try to make it seem as if, well, we should be closer. Well, that's your personal business. You know what I'm saying? I don't think there's anything wrong with Mel when she's telling y'all, hey, I just, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no ill will. I'm here when we film it. It's cool or whatever, but I'm just, when we ain't filming, leave me be, bitch. So I don't think it's that big of an issue on Mel's end. But I can understand Stormi feeling like, well, it's something up. It's something up. But Mel said to Kimmy's question about her and Stormi, she's like, I think, it's fine. I think, it's like a plant. You know what I'm saying? You give it some water, give it some sunlight, you watch it grow. Meaning it's not going to be no overnight fix for me or for her. So the fact that she came to my event, the fact that it can't, we didn't really talk much, I think it's because in Mel's head, she don't think it's an issue to be discussed. I think in Mel's head, she really feel like I'm just doing me. Like I don't have no ill will towards her. I'm just doing me. So I don't understand what I have to discuss with her. But I think y'all should have a conversation. Okay. So Kimmy asked, well, did you expect the issues with her mama? Now, I don't think anybody expected that until we were seeing, of course, the stuff that was on social media, and then of course how Stormi said it, on the show. But Mel said, I did not even know her mom was coming. Okay, and I definitely did not expect to have any issue with that lady. Okay, but Kimmy, like, I just wished, stuff could have been solved. Okay. And when Mel brings up, well, Kiki and Tiffany, they're okay now because they came to my house or whatever and had a conversation and things, they squashed and stuff because again, they said at Mel house they would. Okay. Now, Kimmy said, well, no, no, not at all. Because at Martel's event, I don't know what happened exactly, but I did see Tisha having to, calm down Kiki because of a conversation with her and Tiffany. So I don't know what happened, but it was something. And I feel like when Kimmy also said in her confessional that, I'm not gonna mention Sheree. I'm not gonna bring her up because Mel has already made it clear that she don't want anybody like telling her Martel's life. She don't want any updates on what he's doing. So I don't think, I'm gonna respect her boundaries and I'm not gonna do that. I feel like Kimmy saying that shows how messy Tiffany is. Because if Kimmy like, well, Mel has made it clear, she don't want no dealings. For Tiffany to then go to Sheree and ask all these questions and the guise of I'm being Mel friend. Mel don't get no fucks. Mel don't get no fucks. So I feel like, girl, bye. Tiffany. Oh wait. Learning about this also helps you keep family property from being scammed away from creating your own. Yes, property preservation, absolutely. Okay. It sounds like a miscommunication. The phone number was changed. Was weird. Well, I get that. I do. I also feel like, Mel hasn't done anything differently than she does every season when the season wraps. Considering the beef she had with Martel, I get that she changed her number. I also feel like if you see folks hanging out with him until you feel like, they won't, Martel won't get your number from them, I don't see an issue with her not giving the phone number to her coworkers. That's just me. But it could be whatever. But hey to y'all coming in. Hey. Mom drama is simply weird because it caused a wedge. I would never, for me, like, my mom has never gotten involved in between me and my beefs with my friends. Like, I can vent to my mom about how I'm feeling or whatever, and she'll tell me how she feels. She'll tell me what to do. She'll talk to me. But my mom is not the one to like, okay, we're gonna go around so and so, and I'm gonna tell them how I feel about them, because my mom isn't friends with my friends. Like, that ain't my place. That ain't her place. Like, I'm not friends with a mama friends. You know what I'm saying? Them mama friends. I feel like Stormi mama really act like her and Mel was cool, and she has an issue with Mel because she know Mel. And I'm looking like, but you had an issue with Mel from watching the show as a viewer. So I'm like, that show how this gonna sound mean. I see why Stormi how she is. And that ain't a knock to her mama. However, as nice and sensible and engaging and inspiring as Stormi is as an individual, on this show, the way she moves, well, as far as her mama, I don't like it. Because you know how your mommy is. So why even allow her, and yes, I said allow, why even allow her to include herself in the BS going on social media, and then have her come on an episode to really tell Mel, I don't like you because, for some BS reasons. I feel like your mama concern should always be you. And the issues that your mama had came from her being a viewer of the show, how she felt about Mel as a viewer of the show, but also because of some bullshit ass Mel tried to agree with me just to be agreeable. And I was like, the fuck does that mean? Like, you supposed to agree with your friend mama. And in the car on the way to the bar, girl, your mama crazy. That's what it is. Like, that's the crazy part. But I feel like Stormi is trying to, well, at least on the last episode, I'm gonna wrap this up. Stormi brought her mama for the bullshit. She made the door wide open for her mama bullshit. The same way you feel like, well, there's some kind of issue with Mel and Mel won't admit it. Your mama had an issue with Mel that you would not admit, but you brought her to the tea party to air it all out as if it was a real issue with Mel. Can you imagine somebody bringing a fan to your job to talk about you because they don't like you? Can you imagine? That's basically, Stormi brought a fan of the show with her to work to fuss with her coworker. That's the gist of what Stormi did when she, and that's her mama cool. However, her mama is a fan of the show. Her mom is a self-proclaimed fan of the show. Stormi said her mama was a fan of the show. Because last season, when the whole debacle happened at the Madani thing, her mama had no issue with Mel. Not none. Each time we saw her mama was never, I don't like Mel. I don't. Because in my opinion, if her mama did not like Mel last season when Mel got into that situation, she would have read Mel for filth in that car. Because on Stormi Live, she wasn't mean to, being mean to Mel or about Mel, in my opinion. She wasn't. But after that season and on social media, her mama got back in them comments and felt some kind of way. So in my opinion, her bringing the lady to that tea party was her bringing her mama, who happened to be a fan of the show, to cause havoc. And Carlos let it happen because Carlos is messy as fuck. Anyway, we'll leave that be. Okay. Well, girl, what was I talking about? I didn't forgot because I was rambling. Kimmy then brings up how for her, she kind of picks and chooses which event she go to, what she will or won't engage in, because like my life is already happening, okay, and I want to pick and choose and say when I'm gonna go through some bullshit, because at home, co-parenting with Maurice is already stressful. Okay, with Monster, him not really listening or whatever. So I'm not finna be at home stressed out and then choosing to go to events and then that shit being stressful too. What I love was Mel let Kimmy just vent. You know what I'm saying about the shit with Monster and Maurice, and her just like, girl, you look great. I am so proud of you, girl. Look, you do not look what you've been through. You great. You healed. You this. You that. She poured into Kimmy, and y'all know I'm a subscriber to pouring. I like it when we see someone that's having a tough day, and you pour this genuineness of supporting them and whatever they're going through. It can be as simple as her saying, "You look great, Kimmy," because the thing about someone going through cancer, they feel different. They look different. They might not feel their best. So someone making sure that girl, you look great. If you thought you don't, you look amazing. I like that. Because I'm like, girl, give me a hug. It made Kimmy's day. And I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do. Like yesterday, I was riding around yesterday. Doing things. And I was on my way home. I'm riding down the street. Music blasting, this, enjoying my ride out or whatever. And I hear a horn. I'm like, why the fuck keep hearing a horn honk? I'm like, what the fuck? I look to the side and there's somebody like honking their horn. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was someone who recognized me. It was a JayBird. Oh my God, I've been watching you. I'm like, oh, hi. Hello. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching. It was a great surprise. Because I'm like, first of all, how did you know it was me? But I have my shades on, hair was up in the bun or whatever. I was looking, I don't know. But it was I can't remember her name. But, she was just happy that she saw me because, I don't see many JayBirds here in Detroit. And so, like, oh my God, I'm so happy to see. I watch you. Oh my God. I'm like, you want a picture? So it was at a light. We pulled over to like a little gas station. I got the car, took a picture with her. Oh my God, I watched you and through the pandemic. You helped me so much. I was depressed, this and that and this, and watching you. And I'm like, that was so amazing. So again, you sometimes pour into people, and then for someone to, because I'm like, why the fuck is like weighing me down? I'm like, what is going on here? Because I'm like, I'm the Jaylee in Detroit, but it was cool to see. Okay, someone seeing me, made them feel good. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I would know you. That could be it too, but because I just be in my own little world, I never think about that. So I just feel like, me riding around or whatever when I go home and to see someone, and was I feeling, sometimes I think as YouTubers we feel overwhelmed with just having to get stuff done. And I just felt like, I think I have been feeling that for the past couple of days. And so there's someone that's randomly spotting me at a damn driving down the street. Okay. Was just like, well, that was cool. And then to hear her say how much I helped her and how much watching me, brought up her spirits or whatever. I'm like, oh, that is so nice. That's so cool. Okay. But it was just a nice thing or whatever. And then I just got out the car, hey, little chit chat or whatever, a quick photo. And, she said she had a channel. Girl, my memory ain't shit. But I'm like, no, just post content. They post content, everything. And I was like, just make sure that, you great, you're going to be great, and it's going to be a great day. And I came home. But again, you just have to be sure that when you are around anybody, you just want to be, nice and positive and all that stuff, okay? Because if not, it's going to be weird, okay? It's going to sound like you subscribe to something else. Who subscribed to something else? Who did? Not me. It is. Look, I like receiving good energy. I like giving good energy. And even if I'm in a fucked up mood, I would never send that energy to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's why if I'm not in a good mood, I won't come on camera. And sometimes if I'm in a bad mood, I go on camera to lift my spirits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was real cool. Why can't we have the bag for a hug? You know what I think because everybody don't know if you want to hug or not. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'm like, don't hug me. Let me see. We'll see. Okay. We don't know. We don't know. I don't think I'm not a celebrity at all. What are your thoughts about Love by Detroit? I do not know any of the couples at all. My sister-in-law says she thinks they're familiar to her. And a friend of mine knows one of the couples. I don't know them. I'm going to for sure watch because I want to see if it's Detroit. I feel like people can have these, like people talk about Love Marriage DC is really not people from DC. And I feel like Detroit is Detroit. It's not Rochester. It's not Troy. It's not Southfield. It's not, these other cities that surrounds us. So I think most of us people in Detroit who've been talking about the show since it got announced, everyone had the same idea or the same thought. We want to see if it's really Detroit. A lot of folks who be from around here will say, oh yeah, I'm from D. It's like, no, I want to see where you live at. Like, let me see the area. Like, what's your zip code? What's your area code? So I'm gonna watch it, and if it's not Detroit, I'm gonna call it out. Even the one couple said they have is it the penthouse or loft or whatever condo downtown. I'm like, yeah, but okay, we shall see. So I'm gonna watch it and see how real it is. So, we shall see. If they have events here, Detroit is really funny. So we shall see. We shall see. Because they can also be folks from the other cities who just come to stuff that is in Detroit. Go around, the camera keep freezing. Who come to stuff in Detroit just to make it seem as if they are Detroit. So, we shall see. We shall see. Thank you. I'm on the streets. I think I forget that people will. I think I don't realize people will recognize me because I just be living my life. I'm a private figure. I'm very, very private. I would not be on that show. I don't want to do reality TV. I never would. I would never want to do reality TV because I don't have time. I would be cussing folks out too much. So we're gonna see. Anyway, y'all, because I don't know why signals being done. It's fine. So that was them with that. Tiffany and Stormi. Tiffany said how she does not understand what happened with her and Tiffany, with her and Kiki. How it was cool. Then Stormi came around here, jumping into some bullshit or whatever, and now we on edge again or whatnot, and so I don't know how to handle that, okay? So she invited Stormi out to chit chat. Now, I feel like, even I said last week, I was like, the fact that Tiffany and Kiki were cool once they left Mel House, and Kiki told Tiffany, well, just so that you know, I did say stuff when I was upset. So I want you to know that I said stuff while I was upset, so you won't be surprised. But I feel like they did not need to rehash whatever Tiffany said. I mean, whatever Kiki said, in my opinion, okay? So the fact that at Martel's event, Stormi felt the need for them to rehash it, I'm like, you made the situation worse. You didn't fix anything. You didn't make anything better. So I'm like, sometimes people need to just butt out. Okay? In this situation, and this is strictly about Tiffany and Kiki, not about Tiffany and Tiffany and Sheree and Martel. That's different. So she like, me and Tiffany was fine. Okay, me and Kiki was fine when we left Mel House. We'd already talked, had a whole conversation or whatever. So we wasn't really trying to rehash shit, but here you come trying to have us rehash stuff, okay? And I was like, in this instant, I agree with Tiffany. I agree that there was no reason for me and her to hash anything else out. Because you see, making that happen caused a whole fucking argument. Now, Stormi feel, well, everything went out on the table. Okay, and so nothing was solved. And if everybody ain't out here exposing it all, because you didn't know nothing about the text that she sent Tisha. And I was like, but she didn't need to know, because because Kiki had already said to her, I had said some stuff already. And I think even when you are at odds with somebody and y'all make up, I feel like you should not have to remember everything you said about that person, because you already know they said some shit. And when someone says, I talk some shit, then you know it's other stuff out there, but we don't need to rehash that, okay? So to me, Stormi was being messy. And her feeling like, well, if people have to argue, fuss, and cuss, that's the only way. That isn't. The fact that you feel that's the only way to have things out speaks more about your upbringing and how you handle things than anything else. Everyone does not have to handle things that way. And I'm going to bring it back to this. People need to handle things and have things out how they want to. You can't force somebody to do stuff how you want them to do things. I think the fact that the fact that Stormi don't like people who don't like how she is, but she wants people to do things how she would do them, is hypocritical. Folks think you ghetto, but you're not ghetto. But you then want to handle things in a way that they will call you ghetto. It's stupid to me. And even her, like, all that, you know what I'm saying, nice stuff, all that tea party shit, that's if people want to handle things by sitting down and having some tea and hashing shit out, let them do that. So what aggravates me about Stormi is that she wants folks to respect and understand how she is and how she does things, but she then wants people to do things how she does them. That ain't life. That's crazy to me. And I'm like, the fact that we already know how Kiki pops off, why would you want Tiffany, pregnant Tiffany, to pop off, have a conversation with popping off as Kiki? That's stupid to me. And the kicker is, it's because she didn't know shit, which to me means she don't really talk to Tiffany or Kiki. Because if they told you, we talked it all out. I know she said some things. but we already hashed it out and it's fine from here. It wasn't any reason for her to sit up there and cause bullshit between them two. Okay? And I'm like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. And for me, if I've already made up with somebody who's told me, hey, when I was pissed, I said some shit. Cool. Keep it a secret. I don't want to know. And if you and anyone you told some shit, tell them, don't come telling me. Because the conflict itself has already been resolved. Period. Anyway. Stormi brings up how she had a one-on-one with Kiki. Okay, and Kiki's cool. You know, she's cool. So I think you don't write her off this shit. I'm like, she hadn't. She had gave Kiki another chance after Mel's thing. But now, because you brought up more shit, she do want to write her up. Because Kiki again popped off. Bullshit. Anyway, they didn't talk about her one-on-one with Sheree. You know? Tiffany having a one-on-one with Sheree, to me, I don't know who told her, hey, go talk to Sheree. It could have just been her brain. I don't know. Tiffany's one-on-one conversation with Sheree was horrible. Her to say, you know, I had a one-on-one with Sheree, you know what I'm saying? And I was surprised that her and Mel had not met yet, you know what I'm saying? Because I think it's best for the kids so they can all be a community for the kids. I think, first of all, why are you including yourself in anything that has to do with Mel, her kids, and Martel? You are overstepping your boundaries, ma'am, pregnant and all. The fact that I think everyone is aware that Martel and Mel not even on the best of terms. So why would you suggest that Mel then talk to, be around, or have a conversation with Martel's fling of the week? First of all, no one believes that Martel and Sheree is an actual couple. So for you to think that, oh, Mel should talk to Sheree, for what? Sheree don't even go here. She don't live in Huntsville. She don't live in Alabama. She live in a whole different state. So the fact that Tiffany is around here instigating shit the same way Stormi instigated shit between her and Kiki is beyond me. And I can appreciate Stormi saying, girl, you're doing too much. You're doing a whole lot right now. I would not let that worry me, because why are you concerned? Why are you concerned? That ain't your husband, ain't your kids. Leave it be, okay? Well, if you and Courtney divorced, wouldn't you want to meet the woman he had around your kid? She's like, I don't know. It would depend, okay? I would think he wouldn't have anybody around who like isn't the one, but I don't know. And what do you think? Do you think Sheree's the one? Hell no. Hell no. Girl, messy, okay? Carlos set this shit up to bring the bullshit, okay? And once Thursday, well, she could be, I don't know. But do you think that Mel, you know, would want to be in the same space with Sheree? Tiffany said, well, I don't know, because when I talk to Mel, I don't talk to her about Sheree. And when Stormi said, well, but why would you talk to Sheree about Mel? I said, absolutely. That's the best question anybody ever asked. If you do not talk to Mel about Sheree, and you know Mel, why would you ever talk to Sheree about Mel? Well, you know, she's new to the group. You know, I want to know, like, what it felt like to date someone who's known as a cheater. I said, first of all, Sheree is not new to the group. She's not a part of the group. You are barely a part of the group, Tiffany. And I like Tiffany. I do. Off of this show, I think she cool. On this show, girl, you're batshit crazy right now. Because Sheree is not a part of the group. We barely see you. You still new. The fuck? And what Stormi said, that's a lot to ask somebody who you don't know. Because in hindsight, you don't know Martel or Sheree enough to ask anything about anything. You don't know that lady. And I'm like, because she's new to the group. She's not new to the group at all. At all. And I'm nosy. No, there's a difference between being nosy and being messy. I'm nosy. I'm a bit messy. However, I know when to be the two. And I don't create mess. I'll discuss mess. I'll be petty in my jokes about the mess. But it's messy what she asked Sheree. The same way, in my opinion, it was messy for Stormi to force Kiki and Tiffany to rehash a text that Tiffany did not know that was sent to Tisha. To me, those are two definitions of messy antics that no one had to do. And because Tiffany is pregnant, I don't know if it's pregnancy brain or she really feels like she's sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost to do whatever. I'm like, ma'am, no. Ma'am, no. Okay. So she then told her how, Sheree said that Mel is a fan. That Mel looked her up and came to a book signing, and Mel's a fan. I say, Lord, here we go. Stormi smiled at that. So you telling me that Mel was a fan of Sheree? Sheree said that? Yeah, Sheree said that. You said that she came to her book signing. Okay, that's what that means. She was a fan. I'm like, Sheree, I can picture Sheree calling Mel a fan. I can picture that. We didn't see her say that, but it was insinuated. But the fact that Tiffany is around here making it seem as if that was exactly what Sheree said, that ain't what we seen her say. We seen you say that when Sheree said she came to my book signing, she knew me because she wanted a picture. Tiffany then said, "Oh, so she was a fan." Well, yeah. Like Sheree agreed with your notion that Mel was a fan, but I was like, but Sheree didn't say that. She agreed to what you said, but Sheree didn't say that. And I feel like next season, we're going to see Mel has not given Tiffany her phone number at all because Tiffany owns a bullshit, okay? But I feel like, girl, you messy, And then when Tiffany asked, well, have you talked to Mel? Well, no, we don't talk like that. Like, we don't, not like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like Mel sensing an issue between me and Mel means I wasn't crazy. I wasn't crazy. So if Nell, who was an outsider, if she can see there's an issue, like it must be one because I feel nothing. I just know I'm not crazy. I feel like it wasn't that Nell was an outsider who don't know shit as if she hasn't been around, because she has been. I feel like anyone who see you and Mel, it do look different. In my opinion, it do seem different, but it seemed different on both of y'all, not just Mel. I feel like anyone who was around y'all before and is around y'all now, it do seem different. But I think it seemed different on both y'all parts. I think I don't like the fact that Stormi acts as if anything that feels awkward between them, that she hasn't played a part in it. Oh, Mel debunked the fan BS. Mel was a paid keynote speaker at the event. Sheree had a booth in 2017. When I discussed that, I said that. I didn't say she was a paid keynote. I said Sheree wrote a book in 2017. And I said, I can see if she bought the book and took a picture. I'm like, because Sheree is Sheree. You know, I get that, but I felt like Sheree made it seem as if Mel hunted her down. You know, let me hunt her down and find her. Let me find Sheree. And, you know, make sure that the person I love Sheree so much. Let me make sure that I get a photo with her. And I'm like, I don't think that's what she meant. I don't think that's what it was at all. So I always felt like that was on some BS, because I feel like people are a fan of Sheree. We ain't gonna act like Sheree don't have fans. However, making it feel like Mel was an actual fan was a stretch. But it was a stretch more made by Tiffany than Sheree. So we shall see. Anyway, let's move on from that, because it can get on. I ain't want to move on. But yeah, it's like, you know. Well, there are people who it means nothing when someone calls somebody a fan. However, them trying to insinuate that Mel is a fan of Martel's friend girl is them trying to be shady. Because that's what the show is. But you know, we're gonna move on from that. Letitia ran around with her cousin Kiki. Now, first of all, I need y'all to take one little second, y'all. And like the video. Okay. Yeah, I have to like the video because it's the thing to do. So, first of all, I forgot. Tisha had a new confession look, and I forgot to show it. It's a simple black dress. You know, her hair put up in a little ponytail. It's cute. It's simple, but it's really, really cute. It looked like lingerie, but it's cute. Okay. We also finally seen Lewis in the confessional. Okay, his suit, and Tiffany, and I don't know. I still don't know why she chose that damn outfit. I don't know why she's wearing that fox fur. It can't be that cold. Anyway, I just want to show y'all that. I forgot I had that. But Letitia and Kiki ran around in their sunglasses going to a football game. Or was it a football game or a basketball game? I don't know. They was going to a game for their old college. Okay. Now, wasn't Tisha the one who called Mel a dark soul, and she was riding around here at Mel's little tea party? Wasn't she the one that said that Kiki was a whole Muppet puppet or whatever, and she's fake this and that, and now she right? Girl, Tisha be saying shit about folks just to say stuff about folks and then be hanging out with folks. It's crazy to me. But they riding, they talking. Kiki then said, I never told you should share that text I sent you with anybody. Okay, I was gonna use that to blast Tiffany if she came at me again. I said, Lord, not you trying to hold a text from a year or two ago to prove. I was like, Kiki, girl, let it go. Let it go. You know, Tisha then said, well, I didn't know. I showed the text to defend you, because folks kept on asking why you were so upset. And I said, this is why. Because this is proof that, one, Tiffany does know Kiki because she sent her a text. And then, two, you know, this is her kind of shading me. I still feel like that text, that tweet, was not shade to Tisha. I still feel like the part when there is a slew of texts. I'm not a text of two. When there's a whole bunch of what is it called, y'all? When it's a whole bunch of replies. So it's a whole bunch of replies or whatever to a tweet. Like, don't nobody have time to go find the whole context of it. So I still don't feel like that little tweet was really shade, because we can't prove that Tiffany saw the rest of it. Okay, but I'm gonna leave that be. Now, but if y'all want to make it seem as if, oh well, it was shade. Okay, fine, whatever. Y'all should move on from it. Okay. So Kiki then brings up, with Kiki out here, or no, not Kiki. Tisha tells Kiki about, Tiffany bringing up her business or whatever, how it ain't really a woman ran, about how she can't control Marceau, how, they don't know what each other be or whatever. Tisha really be trying to convince us that her and Marceau has this lackadaisical, don't need to keep up with everybody. Tisha likes to know where Marceau is. She may not know where he is at every moment of the day. She may not know that he's at Jamba Juice getting some Jamba Juice. She may not know that he's at Foot Locker getting some shoes. She may not know his every single move, but I think on a regular basis, both Tisha and Marceau are aware of where the other one is in general. Okay. She then said, well, I don't know why she all up on my business because, you know what I'm saying, because she's pregnant. Okay. And I'm trying to leave her be. But I could have came out and I brought up how there's rumors that she around here messing with somebody. I feel like the rumor was, or is, they're saying that Tiffany was allegedly, possibly, could have been messing with a coworker or the person she was traveling with. And so there's rumors that she's messing around with that person, that she's cheating on Lewis. So that's the rumors around town. I said, oh, okay. If you say so. Now, I feel like when someone say, oh, I could have exposed this. Now, Mel tweeted, quick little share my screen, because I thought Mel was going to tweet the show yesterday, but I don't see many tweets that she put up from yesterday. But I do see this one around here where she's asking, what rumors about Tiffany's marriage? I ain't heard no such thing. I ain't heard nothing. And even this comment, okay, come from a woman who would never try to destroy another woman's marriage. I'm like, that's true. Because you was all up in arms about people trying to say that Marceau out here cheating, big back in somebody's bed in Atlanta. And the fact that they blurred, they bleeped out whoever's name that Tisha and Kiki said. So we don't know the name that was said. But yeah, they're saying allegedly. I also think spreading that rumor while she's pregnant is messy. And I feel like unless you've really heard that as a rumor, you shouldn't spread that. I think Tiffany was discussing things we've all said about Marceau and Tisha. I don't think she said anything different than what we've said about them based on what we see. However, I do feel like bringing up, there's a rumor that she cheating on her husband, to bring that rumor to the show. It's gonna cause issue. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like anybody, it's one thing for something to be a rumor in where you live, and no one really pays it no mind. It's something different for you to say this rumor on the TV show, which then makes the people watching the show feel like, oh, that could be true. That could be true. She cheated the first time. She could cheat now, and Lewis ain't never arrived. Like it get that kind of shit gives shit legs. The same way there were rumors that Martel was cheating, and they came on the show and she hated it. Like she just did the exact same thing to Tiffany that she claimed folks did to her. So I'm like, it's gonna be some messy shit next season. In my opinion. And the fact that you have all this energy towards Tiffany without having a conversation with her first. Like the fact that you are spreading this rumor because Stormi told you Tiffany said something. You ain't asked her about what she said, what she meant by it, why did she do it. You haven't even talked to that lady. And I'm not saying, I'm not defending Tiffany in general, but what I'm saying is, as an adult person, before you go spreading the rumor about somebody's marriage because you're upset about something, how about go talk to that person? Go have a conversation with that person. But everybody feel like you are not a real owner in that business because of how your husband operates. Because how can you be the majority owner of a business and the person who works for you gave away your office? How? People do feel like you can't control Marceau based on his actions. So I feel like before you go, like if someone tell me somebody said something about me, I'm going and I know that person, I'm gonna go ask you. I'm not gonna be up here being upset and talking to everybody except you and being messy and petty about you and say, oh, girl, but I heard she's fucking her business part. I would not do that at all. And y'all know Tiffany she's already had baby Ace. So come the reunion or come next season, we may see a whole new Tiffany about Tisha coming for a marriage, or even a whole new Lewis, but for that matter. Because Lewis and Marceau, it can happen. Bong, bong. It can happen. Anyway. We see a quick scene with Tiffany and Lewis. Now, we ain't seen Lewis all season, okay? I think Lewis must be like a traveling coach or whatever. Because, like, where you been? Okay? Anyway, they have a whole ultrasound or whatever. Look, it was real quick and fast and whatnot. Lewis feel like, look, okay, it's a new baby on the way or whatever. We have to slow down and get ready for life or whatever. Things will be slower. And he'll Tiffany, no, it's gonna be just as fast. Like, we're not gonna slow down, okay? We will be just as busy just with a baby. I'm like, girl, that don't even sound normal. Who says we will still be just as busy except with a baby? I'm like, that ain't how I go. That ain't how that they can't roll that way. Okay. It's impossible. Okay. It's impossible for even the fact that she isn't as young as she was when she had the first child. That's one. You don't even know how your body is going to react from the second child. Okay. So I think it's smart for Lewis, girl. You're saying that with your mouth, your feet not gonna run with it. Okay, the baby gonna come, and it's gonna be different. I think she needs to slow down. I don't know what thoughts Tiffany running from, but I feel like you wanted this baby. Why make it seem as if this baby won't change your life? All babies change lives in one way or the other. Okay. Anyway, that was all it was with them. This thing with Kiki, girl, I can't all these damn names. Kimmy, Maurice, and Lil Maurice, who they call Monster. First of all, he looked like a little brown skinned Maurice. I'm like, they look like twins. It's crazy. I said, Lord Jesus. Anyway, first it was just Kimmy and Maurice talking about Martel's party, about Sheree. They both said the party was fine. Sheree was fine, but Kimmy doesn't mention how Sheree sings very much more quiet in person. She cool, but she real quiet. Okay, I was so surprised because she seemed like she would not be that quiet around, us or whatever. And he said, yeah, it's crazy how you see folks on TV and they one way and you meet them in person and they something different. I said, girl, like your husband. Anyway, but that's fine. Monster then comes in and everything. We find out that Monster is in boot camp. Now, when they said that Monster is in boot camp, I thought they meant he was really in a boot camp. But come to find out, no, it's like a Maurice boot camp. There's some shit Maurice came up with to bring the bullshit. So Kim was like, so how was I was boot camp? It was for like about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. How's boot camp going? Oh, it's fine. So what do? I get up at 5 a.m. You know what I'm saying? I work out, and that's really it. No, it's not. It's more than that. Maurice want Kim to think it's this strenuous extracurricular, this extra shit. But no, the boot camp, he wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He gets speeches daily from Maurice. He has to work out, keep a 3.5 GPA, and he has to write out his goals. I was like, that's not boot camp. That's a regular Tuesday. I feel like that's not boot camp. I was like, they said boot camp like he was really doing something different besides waking up for school, your daddy talking to you. The workout part may be different, but I was like, that's some normal shit. And this is what it shows to me. And I'm not knocking Maurice, right? I guess I am. Maurice wants to be known as somebody who is so smart and can figure this and that out or whatever and have all these things. And I was like, sir, you sound dumb. Because your child can't even explain what y'all been doing every day for a week and a half. I'm confused. And when Kimmy said, well, okay, well, is the chores on the list of things he's supposed to do? And Maurice, well, yeah, so it's on the list. So Marshall will get the list. Now, it's 20 things on this list at his boot camp that he's supposed to be, working towards getting, being a part of the regular whatever. Chores was not even on the list. And I was like, oh, really? And what I love is Kimmy addressed it without getting pissed off, but you can tell she was pissed off when she said, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised it's not there because it's not a priority for either one of y'all. She asked Monster how if he feels like, she does not have, she doesn't give him hard consequences, when he doesn't listen to her. Now, when he said, it's not that I think, first of all, he said, I think you are harder on me than my dad, as far as the consequences, okay? He said, but I don't feel like, he said, it's not that I don't it ain't that I don't want to listen or that I just don't listen or feel like I don't have to listen. That's what he said. He said, I don't feel like it that I don't have to listen. He said, I'll get caught up doing something else and I'll just forget. I like that Kimmy said, I get that because kids do it. Kids are supposed to do this or do that on this day or that day. And they will fucking forget it's girl. So I like that Kimmy acknowledged his explanation that I'm not trying to disobey you. I'm not trying to ignore you. However, the reason is I really just be forgetting. I really be forgetting. And she said, okay, y'all need to redo that list, okay? Because chores should be listed. I'm like, he's a 15-year-old boy. Chores should have for sure. It's 20. What other things does a 15-year-old have to do at home, but chores are not on the list? It's some bullshit. So when Marcia walks away, and again, I can tell Kimmy was aggravated. And Maurice, who got on my nerve in this thing, when Kimmy said, like, you're not addressing the one thing I told you was an issue. It showed me that you really only focus on what you want. This fool said, I don't dismiss your stuff. I just focus on my stuff. I said, nigga, it's the same thing. The fact that he repeated exactly what she said in almost the exact same way shows how he don't listen. He just be talking. Because she clearly explained, you ignore or dismiss what I want to focus on your stuff, and you disagree with her. I don't dismiss what you want. I just focus on. I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. I was like, Lord. It really aggravated me because I feel like Kimmy wanting him to do regular kid chores should be normal. It shouldn't even be an argument. It shouldn't be a fight. It should be like he's supposed to do these things. He's supposed to keep his room clean. He's supposed to do simple things. And Maurice, if you don't enforce the fact that he needs to do it, he may not do it. Because you put him in your punk ass boot camp and you still didn't mention what I asked him to do. Which means Maurice is on some bullshit. Okay? Lastly, I am completely shocked, not all that much, that two men who have been married for a long period of time, one divorced, who has daughters, who have mothers, thought this was smart. Now, Marceau was not aware of Martel's ideas. He was not aware of Martel's agenda. I don't think he was even aware that Tiffany was coming at first. Because him and Marceau was there studying for Martel's test. So Martel then said how he invited Tiffany because of something that was going on. I don't know, something was going on somewhere else. It was supposed to be some event, but they were having like a business meeting. Tiffany thought this would be a business meeting. However, Martel felt like, because of Sheree telling me what she said, I want to discuss that with Tiffany. And she get there, and he kind of confronts her. I'm like, when Tiffany said some bullshit, when Tiffany brought up Monster's trouble in school and this and that or whatever, and how Maurice waited to confront Tiffany with Lewis, I think that's how you do things when someone's wife says things that you don't agree with. I think you should always have a conversation with the wife and the husband. I never feel like anyone, if Martel had an issue with Tisha, he should for sure talk to Marceau and Tisha. If Marceau have an issue, at the end of the day, if it's a husband and wife pair, and you know that lady husband, you should never basically ambush the wife and confront her about stuff she said. You should always have that conversation with her husband there. And yes, at this point, Tiffany is at least 8 months pregnant. Like, she's uncomfortably pregnant. And the fact that she said, I can't believe he brought me here and this is the topic, and I thought it was a business meeting. Like, I don't do this at business meetings. And I felt like, Martel, you're a piece of shit right now. A full piece of shit. And the fact, it was weird because Marcel was sitting there. He like, what the fuck? What? Because Martel did not even tell Marcel what was going on. Also, I feel like Sheree, who had an issue with what Tiffany said, should have told her that, like, Tiffany, I don't appreciate these questions, so I'm going to walk away. I do feel like she did not have, we all know, Tiffany was dead ass wrong for the questions that she asked Sheree. She took shit too far. We all know that. However, I do agree, Sheree could have easily told Tiffany her damn self. She's a grown woman. Girl, I'm not dealing with you. I'm finna go. I am not answering these questions. But even when she told Martel about stuff, at what point is it smart to take it to Tiffany? And I don't believe Sheree told Martel to question Tiffany, but this also shows how much Sheree don't know Martel. Because anybody know, if you tell Martel something that happened and he don't like it, he go approach people. So, assholes all around the board in some way, shape, or form. Okay. But Martel confronts Tiffany. Like Sheree told me that you grilled her, Oh, well, I was grilled when I came to the group. I just, I'm nosy. I said, first of all, Sheree is not in the group at all. Okay. So Marcel like, what the fuck? What happened? What happened? Oh, what happened? So Tiffany then runs down the stuff that she was saying to Sheree, the question she asked Sheree, and whatnot. And he's shocked. He's like, you answered that for real? Well, I even asked her how it was like date a cheater. Now, to me, that wasn't a bad question. I mean, Martel is publicly known as someone who not only cheated, he cheated, had a baby. It happened on a whole TV show. So Martel ain't some man. Like, Tiffany cheated on her ex-husband at a point when no one knew her. You know what I'm saying? And she cheated. The marriage ended. She's in a whole new marriage or whatever. Fine. Martel was cheated before he got on the show, during the show, and all this other shit. So it was, Martel cheating was on a grander scale. So I wish once he was asking her about the Sheree shit, her response would have been, ain't we here to discuss something else? Did you bring me here for this? And if he would have said, well, yeah, I would have gotten up and left. I would have said, you know what? Holler at me the next time me and my husband is around, and we can then have this conversation. Period. And I would have left. But she did not, okay? Because Tiffany's messy. Anyway, so again, I said I'm not a cheater. I cheated. I'm not. You are. Martel, you're a cheater. You are. Okay? So this one, she's annoyed. Because I can't believe this why I'm here. It's bullshit. Why? Whatever. It's crazy. Okay? So Martel is still coming to her, and Marcel is like, I can't believe it. I can't believe you would do that. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Okay. And then y'all say, well, I also think about Sheree and Mel. Like, I think they should have some kind of, relationship. So I asked the question. And then, because her point was, I feel like, Mel and Sheree could come together. It could be a whole family thing. And Martel said, me and Mel ain't even in the right space right now. Like, we not even communicating like that. So I'm not in the space to introduce her to Sheree. And I was like, Lord Jesus Christ. Well, Marceau, like, oh, so you came to bring Mel and Sheree together. Wow, you're a great friend. Okay. He then said, I can't believe a human being thinks this way. I was like, nah, you're Marceau, how do you think? How do you think, sir? What the fuck, sir? When Tiffany said, well, first of all, y'all been dating for 8 months, y'all didn't fuck or whatever. And I said, well, hold up. Do y'all believe Sheree and Martel was having sex? I don't know. But I'm like, how do you know it's been 8 months? Baby Sheree, I don't know. My point is, Tiffany was asking all the questions that fans wanted to know, but it did come off messy. It did. It's messier that Martel wanted to confront her. It was shocking seeing how shocked Marceau was and his jokingly comebacks at her. Like, wow, you're a great friend. Look at you. Okay. And Marceau responded back to her about the whole 8 months. He said, well, do you sleep with everybody you dated for 8 months? Until, I'm like, is you been out here? And she said, well, I don't know nothing about dating for 8 months. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And she didn't seem frazzled. She seemed aggravated. But when she said, like, I wasn't asking about y'all sex, like, I said, but you did. You did. Because you did. My point was the blended family. Okay, that's my point. Okay. So you think because you have a blended family that you're an expert. I said, okay, they go to that expert word. Marceau will always be triggered by anybody, Tiffany or Lewis, who feel like their life gives them reason to question people as if they know things that's best. Okay. He brought up in the confessional that him saying Tiffany being pregnant saved her because anybody else would have beat her ass. Okay. Because she pregnant, no one gonna pop her. If she was not pregnant, she would have gotten popped. And then Martel brings up, well, did you also comment, on if Sheree's pussy was so good? When Martel said pussy, Marcel was like, did she what? Did you say that word? And she's like, I don't remember saying that. I mean, but she did. She did say, do you think you put it down so good that he won't cheat again? She did say that. Martel, I just think she's trying to break us up before we even get together. Marceau said, you a hater. You might be tested to be a Karen. I said, no, I'm saying. But he said, you might need to be tested to see if you're a Karen. Okay. Oh, because I'm half white. He's like, no, because your actions. A lot of Karens are not white. You know what I'm saying? It was such a back and forth because Martel was regurgitating what she asked. Tiffany was like act like she didn't remember some stuff. Marceau was just kind of cracking jokes. Not cracking jokes. He had comebacks to everything he felt like was crazy that she did. I feel like Martel was acting. I think he knew about this. Martel is not a good actor. And because we've seen on the next episode, I don't think he knew. Because no one knew what Tiffany asked Sheree because they had a one-on-one conversation. The only reason Martel knows because Sheree told him. So I don't know if he's acting because he's not a good actor. I do feel like as he was hearing stuff, he was just being his regular asshole, he joked himself, in my opinion. So I don't know per se. I don't know. But him saying she got to be tested for being a Karen. Because I don't know what I said. I asked her. It was stuff. when white women do stuff that they feel it ain't nothing wrong with, that's them being a Karen. I do feel like her feeling like the questions she asked were not inappropriate, is what they were. At the least for me, the whole, do you think your coop's so good that he won't cheat? I'm like, well, damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. So at this point, Martel is upset a little bit or whatever. He packing the little books up because he ain't passed that damn test yet. He thinks I'm gonna leave and I'll talk to Lewis, because what you said and what you did was inappropriate. And I'm like, but why would you not talk to Lewis first? Why not? Like, there was nothing that you asked Tiffany that you could not have asked her sitting in front of Lewis. Now, yes, in the next episode, everyone, in my opinion, is going to escalate the situation. As far as Tiffany had every right to tell Lewis what happened. Lewis has every right to be pissed at them for not coming to him. Marceau going to Tisha like, you didn't tell me all this shit, you know what I'm saying? And we see all the guys fussing, which I think is at the baby shower next episode. I feel like everyone did what I figured they would do. Everyone. To me, the only person who has a right to be pissed off from this situation now is Lewis, because two grown-ass men should never go have a conversation with my wife without me. Why does he need to go through the husband to talk to her? This should have been a conversation between... What is the thing? Sheree don't need to talk to Lewis. If Martel, when a man has an issue with your wife, I don't think men should, because Tiffany didn't talk to Martel. She talked to Sheree. And I believe the same way, if a woman has an issue with my dude, come to me. Let me know what your issue is with my dude. Because if he was mean, rude, or whatever, you can't do shit. Or come to us as a couple. I think out of respect, when there are couples and you have an issue with a person's wife, out of respect, you talk to them both. Even if you do not go directly to Lewis should be there, because that's that man's husband. She's pregnant. You're a grown ass man, and we already know Martel be on some bullshit. So in how I think things should be, if I have a friend and her husband did something I don't appreciate, I would have a conversation with them both, so that one, they can both see my point of view, and ain't no bullshit. It's out of respect. It's not that Tiffany can't have, or it's not even about Tiffany not being able to do it. Like, out of respect for them as a couple, they're husband and wife. So out of respect, I feel like he should have been there. The same way Maurice did it, because Maurice had an issue with Tiffany bringing up Monster. He and Kimmy and Kaiwa had a conversation with Tiffany and Lewis out of respect for their marriage. It's a respect thing. It's a respect thing, So we'll see what happens next week. We shall see. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. I'm finna work on some more reviews. I told y'all, do not forget to go watch my Bell Collective review that's up with the foolishness that is Cliff and Latrice and all the other people around here. Today we had a good time. I hope y'all enjoyed me rambling on. Y'all know I love y'all. I want everyone to have a good rest of your day. Now, I told you I'm watching shows and popping up on live today. I'll be live maybe tomorrow night, I think. We gotta see. But please make sure to subscribe to my channel, to like the video, to comment in the comment section for those who are watching the replay. Follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on ID, Twitter, and TikTok and stuff. Okay. Oh, my head is itching, y'all. But other than that, y'all, I gotta go. I will see y'all later. Gotta go. Bye.